Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be talking to you about digital CVs. So this comes off the back of an article that I stumbled across on BBC News only a couple of nights ago, so I'll post the link in the video when I put it out later. And it was specifically referencing a platform called Slync, which I've not heard of, but it's essentially an online database for digital profiles and CVs. So I'll talk to you a little bit about that, but also just generally how I think this could be really, really useful for all of you job seekers out there. And I'll walk you through some of the tips and hints in terms of what to include and how to structure it. So first of all, with Slync, for example, with that particular platform, I'm sure there are others, you have, I think it's 35 seconds to record your profile, which I think is a good thing because it really encourages you to be succinct and specific, which is the underlying takeaway for today's vlog. So this kind of marries up with the advice that I've given previously about how to structure a CV, the language, the tone, the content. And the same thing goes for when you're putting together a video. So first of all, I would start off by talking about your specific target job. So you need to be clear on the type of job you want to go into, type of company, which industry, and you need to be able to articulate that clearly and succinctly. Secondly, again, you need to be specific and detailed about your strengths and your achievements. And what I'll do is I'll do an example digital CV. I'll kind of break it down and give you a few comments as I'm going through it, but I'll do I'll do my own profile. And hopefully that will just give you a bit of an idea as to how to structure it and how to put it together. So first of all, start off with a very short intro, but make sure you address any question marks that could come up with your job title and what you do. So, hi, my name's Kate McDermott and I'm a recruitment manager. I'm still very much hands-on and I manage a team of consultants and resources, and we specialise in the skill area of data. So short and sweet, but it, as I say, addresses any question marks that people might have as to if I'm a manager, am I just managing a team operationally, or am I still hands-on when it comes to recruitment? What industry area do we specialise in? Does she manage consultants or resources or both? So you just want to make sure you cover all bases and that people are really clear as to what you do and how your role orientates. Then I would move on to stating the type of role that you want to move into. And the reason I would do this next is because if your audience consists of recruitment managers, talent acquisition managers, potential employers, directors, they will, if they know what you're looking for and you then run through your skills and experience and they've got a role in mind or a person in mind they could refer you to, they'll be doing a mental checklist as you talk through your skills and experience. And if at the end of that, it's all positive and they think, yes, this person fits the brief that I had in mind or the person I want to introduce them to, then naturally the next step would be for them to contact you and hopefully make that introduction or talk to you about a role. So again, you want to try and keep it as short and sweet as possible. So again, if it was me, I'm looking to move into a recruitment manager position, which allows me to continue to be hands-on as well as managing and growing a team, as this is a part of the job that I really, really enjoy. I'd also like to remain in my core area of specialism, which is data. I've spent 14 years in this field, so I'm really passionate about it, and I think that's one of the kind of key value adds that I can bring. So again, I've been really specific about the industry that I want to be in. I haven't been specific about the company. Maybe that's something I should have done, talked about whether it was a small, medium or large size business. You can always go back and edit, but you get the idea. So then after that, I would move on to strengths. And again, I'm keeping it to three key criteria here. You can do as many as you want, but again, you need to just try and make sure that people don't lose interest and that it's short and sweet and the most important strengths really. So my strengths, I would say that my ability to build rapport quickly is key, particularly in this market and in this type of job. I do this through active listening, showing empathy, Also being very honest and open and making myself accessible. And I believe that this is a key contributor as to why I have such strong relationships and I'm able to build those quite quickly with both candidates and clients. Secondly, I'm a relationships and consultancy driven recruitment consultant. Sales is not really part of my language. I genuinely really enjoy getting under the skin of candidates, drivers, clients' requirements, marrying the two together, and then through the strength of the relationship that I've built with both parties, I'm able to address and handle any objections thrown my way, and ultimately this results in successful placement for all parties. And then finally, one of the things that I'm most passionate about is mentoring and managing other people. I lead by example. I have a very strong work ethic. I'm still very much hands-on. I'm a billing consultant as well as a manager. And over the years and through the training that I've had, I've really learned to adapt my management style depending on the individual and their needs, and fundamentally instilling trust in the team. I love seeing people taking on responsibility and being rewarded with additional responsibility and accountability. I think it means that you get the best out of your team and the most commitment. And then finally, I would move on to achievement. So I'd kind of separate the two, and that's quite difficult to do sometimes, but I'd give specific examples at this point. So achievements over the course of my 14.5-year career in recruitment, I've consistently been one of the top 3 billers for the last 3 years in my, for the last 5 years in my company. I've billed over £300,000 for the last 3 years. Consistently recognised for going above and beyond in every area of my job. And I've grown and developed a team from scratch as well, of both resources and consultants, and done all the training myself. And then finally, if you feel like it, if it's kind of you, I would do maybe a bit of a fun fact, something to lighten the mood a little bit. So fun fact about me, I'm really passionate and into fashion, and I'm also a massive supporter of mental health. And I have a blog which covers both, so I enjoy writing that when I get the time. So that would be it. That would be what I would post. I just think for so many of you guys out in data who are business and client facing, this is just a great platform, a great opportunity to really demonstrate those interpersonal skills, those communication skills. You know, I think it's sometimes really difficult to articulate and get across tone and style of communication on a CV. It's hard, really difficult. So I think if you're struggling with that, or if you feel like you just haven't quite nailed that on the actual paper CV, do a video. As I say, you can make it as short or as long as you like, but it will just differentiate you from your competitors essentially in this market at the moment. And hopefully as well, give you a bit of confidence. I think when you start verbalizing and talking about what you do and what you love, and what you're passionate about and your achievements over the years, I mean, I had to sit there and think, okay, what have I done for the last 14 years? What would be interesting to, the kind of audience I'm targeting, what would be important to them? It's a really good cathartic process to go through. And so I think if you're out there job hunting, it would be well worth doing, even just for that, to kind of give yourself a little bit of a boost. But I guarantee you'll get nothing but positive feedback, and I haven't seen this done yet in the market. I haven't had anybody in data come to me with a video CV or with a link, so I would start doing it. I think it's the way that the market's going, and certainly something that I'll be encouraging people to do. And I do understand it really isn't for every market. It's only going to be appropriate for certain markets and industries, and also it's not going to be for everyone. I know that some people hate doing anything in front of a camera. I get that. But if you can push yourself outside of your comfort zone, record it. You don't even have to post it. Just record it to do the motivational piece. Even if you just record it and you never post it, you never do anything with it. If it helps you to practice and articulate you and your profile, I think it would be brilliant. So I would love to hear any feedback you guys have on what you think about this. If any of you have done it, I'd love to see some examples. If any of you want to do it and send it to me for review, I'm happy to feedback. But all I can say is, over the last kind of 3 to 4 months, Colin and I with the vlogging were terrified to start it to begin with, and now I love doing it. I really enjoy it. We've had such great feedback. It's helped our business, it's helped raise our profile. I think from a candidate perspective it can do the same thing. It does for businesses, you know, so it's got to be able to do that for you guys. So good luck if you do it. As I say, please let me know how you get on, and I will see